Hi Libra, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your monthly reading for September. I hope everybody's well. I am going to take a quick second to remind everyone that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every single Libra out there. So guys, just take what resonates for you. Leave the rest for someone else. We're going to start with your current energy, and then we're going to look at the month of September week by week all the way to the end of September. So, as always, Libra, don't force yourself into a reading, but let's get started. Some of you guys know I'm also a Libra, so I don't know about you, but I'm looking for some new energy. All right, so Spirit, what would you like Libra to know for the month of September? All right, we have Justice in the reverse. Feeling a little out of sorts here, Libra. What's crossing this? What's affecting this? Some of you could be going through some legal situations that aren't resolved yet as well. Nine of Cups in the reverse. You may feel like things are not going your way. Others of you are feeling hurt or upset by somebody because they have either acted in an unanticipated manner or it's just you're having difficulty. Somebody could have a drinking issue. Be careful because you may be in some legal issue with regard to that, or that could happen to you, so be very careful. Regardless, there's a sense of imbalance currently in your life, and it's because things are just not going the way you want them to. Show me the past for Libra. Yeah, Six of Swords in the reverse. There's something here that has been chaotic in your energy, and you just have not been able to move away from it. You want to. I can see that you want to. You want to find that peace. You want to move away from this chaos. This chaos is related to somebody treating you improperly, or could be, like I said, legal issues. But I do feel like you've been unable in the past to move away from that. Let's see why all this is happening. There's some stuck energy related to it. This is all happening because of the Seven of Pentacles. You've been very patient. You're currently being very patient. You're patiently waiting for balance to come into the situation. You're investing in yourself here. I feel like you are waiting now to see what's going to happen in this situation. Let's see what's on your mind. Some of you could be dealing with another Libra, but you don't have to be. We have the Five of Wands. So these changes are creating conflict for you. Now, you could be in conflict with somebody, or this could be internal conflict. So, but it's related to changes. All right, let's see September for Libra. Four of Wands in the reverse. There's something here ending, either a marriage or a long-term connection. Could be a live-in situation, could be just a long-term connection, but this is ending. Whatever this is, it was something that you felt stuck in. It was chaotic. You're basically thinking you're going to have to fight your way through this. And you don't feel like things are going to go nicely for you, but you're being patient. Let me see how Libra's energy, show me how Libra is showing up here. Three of Wands in the reverse. You're impatient. You're feeling like your ships are not coming in. You may be feeling like this situation that's ending is just a situation that's not for you any longer. All right, show me the energy coming towards Libra. The Two of Swords. Somebody who's very decisive. After a long period of kind of going back and forth, they're making some sort of decision. Spirit's advice, you have the Page of Cups in the reverse. Spirit is saying, don't wear your heart on your sleeve. All right, so let's see your outcome at the end of September. Queen of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. You could be dealing with a Gemini, Aquarius, or another Libra, but with the Four of Pentacles coming out with the Queen of Swords, this is very guarded energy. This is extremely guarded energy. Now, you could be holding on to somebody, particularly if it's an air sign, and you may feel like this person has kind of turned their back on you, that they don't want to talk to you, but you could be holding on to them. But I also see that your energy is very guarded as well. You're learning a lot about boundaries, particularly with money in some manner. Bottom of the deck is the Chariot. This is underlying energy, and it does indicate forward movement here. Now, we see in the past, Libra, you've had a lack of movement, stuck energy. So something is changing here. Something is causing you to move forward and to, and successfully, it looks like. So let's look and clarify. Spirit, why is Justice in the reverse for Libra? The Magician, Gemini energy. Yeah, you may feel like you were kind of stuck because somebody had manipulated the situation or is currently manipulating it. You could feel like you're dealing with a manipulative Gemini or a manipulative Libra. I keep getting air sign energy here. I feel like you don't want to deal with this any longer. Yeah, you've been very patient with this situation or this person, but it's just not manifesting the way you had hoped it would. And I also feel like you're feeling like it's totally unbalanced, and it's not like it's unbalanced against you in some form. Now, for some of you, this is a court type of issue that is not going the way you want it to, and you feel like somebody's manipulating the energy to accomplish that. Why is the Nine of Cups here in reverse? Why is the Nine of Cups here? You're standing your ground. You're definitely standing your ground. You may feel like you have a lot of people coming against you. People could be saying things about you. You feel like the situation is just absolutely unjust, and it's not how you thought it was going to, happen. I do feel like you are standing your ground and you're fighting your battles, though. Let me see why the Six of Swords is in reverse. Page of Pentacles reversed. For some of you, this is a legal battle over money. I do feel like there's a lack of communication with whoever this is that you feel is treating you unjustly. You're in conflict with somebody here. I feel like you're not really communicating with them. You may even feel that this person is immature. You feel like they are not offering you anything. If this is, regarding a legal battle that's regarding money, you do feel like this person has lowballed you in some manner. But I also feel like if it's a legal issue, it doesn't appear to be moving in a direction that is in your favor right now, or at least that's how you're feeling. But you're trying to be patient because you've invested a lot in the situation. If this is a person, you could be dealing with somebody who's extremely immature, isn't offering anything, or has turned down an offer in the past. So there's stuck energy with regard to that person. You may feel that person is very manipulative, and you're standing your ground because you're tired of dealing with it. Why is the Seven of Pentacles here? Now, this is all current energy. All right. Two of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords reversed. Oh, okay. So you're being patient because something here is being revealed. Something that's deceptive. Lying, cheating, stealing. And that's going to affect the decisions that you make or that are made. It's going to bring balance to the equation here. So, yeah, somebody's getting exposed. Somebody's getting exposed, and you're just waiting for that to happen. You're waiting for that to happen. Interesting. It's like you know it's going to happen. So you've decided to wait and just let it happen. Why is the Five of Wands here? Why is the Five of Wands here? There's your Nine of Cups in reverse again, and the Ten of Cups in reverse. So whatever this is, there's changes, and these are progressive changes. You haven't been getting what you want. You feel like you're not going to get what you want. You feel like you've been fighting this for a long time, and I feel like you're very unhappy with the situation. You're ready for this situation to end. Yeah, these are the things you're thinking about. So you're definitely in conflict with somebody here. Now let's look at September for you. Show me September for Libra. Show me September for Libra. All right, Libra. You've got the Hermit in reverse. Temperance reversed. King of Cups reversed. A lot of reversals, which tells me there's something karmic going on. Got the Nine of Wands reversed. Two of Wands. The Hierophant reversed. Queen of Wands reversed. Seven of Cups. Ace of Swords. Three of Wands. And the Page of Swords reversed. So, it looks like in September, there's something that you're closing out. Whatever it was that you were feeling tied to, you were unable to move forward. There was a sense of injustice. For some of you, this is a divorce. For others of you, you could be moving out of a situation or moving on from a situation. I do feel like in the first week of September, there's going to be some clarification for you. Some communication in a situation that you just have no love in at this point. Or if you do have feelings and emotions, you're keeping them to yourself because it's a very unhealed situation. You could be hearing from a Sagittarius, a Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer, which will help you to make some kind of decision in the future. I do see, though, that you've been giving a lot of thought to this situation. Something here is ending, and in the first week, I see you maybe going out and kind of rejoining the world. You've kind of been keeping to yourself a little bit because you've been trying to heal your energy, and there's a lackluster feel to your vibration here in that first week, but you're making an attempt to move forward. I do feel like there is somebody here that there is an unhealed connection with. You may have feelings for this person. You may in the early part, or you could have currently spoken to this person, but in doing so, it told you everything you needed to hear, is what I'm hearing. There's something about a communication that told you everything you needed to hear. And I feel like you're not giving to this because it's a very unbalanced situation. In the second week, I do feel like you're overcoming something, and it will be because of a decision to bring this, whatever this situation is, to a termination. So that decision is what's causing you to move forward. Yeah, in the second week. So by the middle of the month, you're making this decision, and it's an ending. It's a final ending here, possibly with a Taurus, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. But you're overcoming. You don't trust this, whoever this is that you're making the decision about, you don't trust this person, and you're just ready to be done with it. It's been problematic. This would be somebody you no longer have feelings or emotions for, and you don't even want to heal the connection. And I feel like you've told that person that. So I see a decision being made by the middle of September to end something. And it's like, I'm hearing once and for all. With the Queen of Wands here, you don't have passion for this person any longer either. I feel like you once did. You once had these deep emotions. And now you're you're like done here. So I am seeing in the third week that there are options opening up for you. You're talking to other people. You're not really feeling any of it yet, though. I do see that. I see you having a lot of different options. There is also confusion about some kind of a communication with somebody. And you could be waiting for clarification from that person. I see a conversation happening here in the end of the third week, possibly the fourth week of the month. But it's confusing. There's a very confusing conversation. And I do feel like you're asking for clarity. You're asking for clarity, and you're waiting for that clarity, but you're dealing with somebody who's not trying to provide the clarity with this Page of Swords reverse, because you still don't know. You're still waiting. A lot of you could be dating. I do see you have options here, but nothing here that is making you feel like you're, you know, that's my person. I see a lot of you talking to a lot of people, but there's just no, it's like you're waiting for a new person in your life that is honest, clear, a good communicator, somebody who you'll know when you see them, and you're not currently seeing them. So I also feel like you may have a conversation with somebody, whoever it is that is providing this conversation, the lack of clarity here. I feel like you, by the end of the month, you're like, I don't really care to talk to you. Yeah, because you don't feel like this person's truthful. You're waiting for the truth. Because they're going to communicate, but there's going to be something about this communication that creates more confusion. And you just want the truth. All right, so let's see your energy. Why is the Three of Wands here in reverse in Libra's energy? Which is interesting because in the third, or actually the fourth week, we see you waiting for something. Here we're seeing that there is no more wait. All right, so we have the Five of Wands. That's in your thoughts. We have the Ace of Cups reversed. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. Beautiful. All right, so whatever it is you're waiting for here in this fourth week, you're going to find out. There's impatience. You're feeling conflicted, or you could be even having conflict with somebody. I do feel like that wait is over. You're waiting for things to turn in your favor, and the wait is over in the month of September. You're going to have to fight to get it, though. And I do feel like there is some kind of a relationship that you once loved this person deeply that is definitely ending. I do see a final ending occurring sometime around the third week. It's when this conversation comes through, but it's going to be the beginning of things taking a positive turn for you, because I do see by the end of the month you have this Wheel of Fortune in the upright. So you're waiting for things to take a more positive turn, to create those changes, because you've been unhappy. Things have not been the way you wanted. I feel like you're creating a final ending here, and I feel like that's when things begin to turn in your favor. Let's see the energy coming towards Libra. Show me the energy coming towards Libra. All right, we have the Knight of Swords. We have the Four of Coins. Now, that's in your outcome. And we have the Eight of Swords reversed. So somebody is coming towards you because they've made a decision, and it looks like an impulsive decision. They're coming hard and fast to tell you the truth about something. This is somebody who's been holding on to you, and they may be freeing themselves from something. They've felt a tremendous amount of anxiety. They've been very guarded, but this is somebody who's decided to free themselves from that anxiety, because they're still holding on to your energy, and they're going to come rushing in towards you. Interesting. Because we do see their energy here at the end of the month as well. Let me see Spirit's advice. Why is the Page of Cups in reverse? Okay, so we have Judgment reversed. We have the Hangman. And we have the Queen of Pentacles. So what Spirit is saying is that you need to look at things from a new perspective, a different perspective. Be sure that you are pouring the love and care into yourself. Self-care is needed. Focus on your family, your home, children if you have children. Focus on your job and your money. Create your stability. Spirit is saying that, you know, don't wear your heart on your sleeve. There's something to do with a reconciliation that you've been waiting for. Wow. Yeah, there's something to do with a reconciliation that you've been waiting for, but you have to create your own stability first. Yeah, this is something committed is coming towards you. It's either a reconciliation or it's coming about because of a change in perspective for you. But either way, Spirit's saying, do not wear your heart on your sleeve with this. This may be somebody that you have unrequited love for. Interesting. I wonder if it's this person who is coming towards you so fast. All right, let's look at your outcome. Show me the outcome at the end of the month of September for Libra. Four of Cups reversed. The High Priestess reversed. Scorpio energy. And the Knight of Pentacles reversed. All right, so this person that's coming towards you is coming towards you to reveal something. They've been holding on to your energy. This person may have been ignoring you. This is somebody who didn't, when you were offering all this love, they were not really receiving it. It's like they were either looking at third-party energy or looking at something from their past, but regardless, they weren't looking at what you were giving to them. They weren't, you know, understanding how much love that you were basically giving them. They've been holding on to your energy. They feel like you've turned your back on them. This is somebody who, you know, wonders if you're even willing to talk to them, because they feel like you've turned your back on them. I do feel like you're open to talking to them as long as this person is revealing truth and they're coming respectfully, because this person has been very disrespectful to you in the past. They're very guarded, but I do feel like this person is coming in. We have stuck energy here with this Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. This could have been something that was moving very slowly and then ground to a stop. It wasn't progressing, it wasn't moving forward, and so you put up your boundaries. You may be having difficulty trusting your intuition with regard to this person, but I'm telling you, this person is coming towards you and they've been holding on to your energy. So, wow. Bottom of the deck is the Five of Cups in the reverse. This is underlying energy, Libra. It does tell me that there's been a lot of sadness here. There's been a lot of sadness in the past. There's possibly third-party energy, and you're trying to move forward from this, and I feel like you're questioning, you know, if there is love here, if there has ever been love here. So, yeah, what I'm seeing basically, Libra, is that somebody here is holding on to your energy. They have been very disrespectful of this connection. They're going to be returning, but I feel like they're going to communicate, but I feel like they're just going to create more confusion. And at the point that they create more confusion, I feel like you're going to be like, no, I'm done. I'm done. So, I don't somebody's coming back in. Let's see if we get any guidance from your oracles. Show me guidance for Libra. The sign of Libra. All right, Libra. Yeah, we have number 26, tending to the future. All right, let me read that. Give me just a second. It's time now, beloved one, to tend to the future and to what will come, for there is a tender and vulnerable possibility which is in the process of being nurtured into the next stage of its maturity. Find the way to protect this sweet, young, and lovely hope and take care of it well, so well that it will come into life at a stage closer to you than you think possible. It's your job now to garden your own hopes and to allow the most fragile of beginnings to have enough of your care that it will make it through to the next stage. Prepare and plan, consider and contemplate, and do the hardest work yourself. The kitsune who walk with you at this time urge you to become the very spirit of the green, and they will work with you, walk with you, and whisper to you of all the things that need to be done that only you can do. This tending of the future will make the present purposeful and fill it with devotion and richness, and the emotional qualities you bring to this time of preparation will be the very feelings that bloom the brightest once this dream has flowered. So prune what must be reduced, clear the earth of weeds, and enrich the soil. Change poor habits that steal time and energy from you with no reward. Make a promise to devote time to yourself and to learn, and to finally see the seeds you plant erupt into green life, searching for the sun. You will have success, my friend, but it will be due to the tending, the caring, the learning, the moments you give, the choices you make now. Here comes the future. Make this present moment feed the very best version of what will come to you. Wow. So, Libra, you are some kind of a dream that you are, tending is coming through. This card speaks to spring, so spring could be a very important time. But yeah, there's something that you've been tending to, you've been very patient about, is coming to fruition. So keep nurturing that. All right, I hope that this has been helpful, Libra. If you have resonated with this reading, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. And until I see you, Libra, in your next reading, know that you are loved, and namaste.